Gentlemen, what if I told you that the coffee sitting in your kitchen right now could be transformed into a daily wellness ritual that supports prostate comfort and promotes better nighttime sleep? I'm Dr. Lila Romano, a board-certified urologist with over a decade of experience helping men maintain their vitality. And today, I'm sharing 5 natural powders that research suggests may support prostate health when combined with proper medical care. Before we dive into these evidence-based options, I need you to understand something important. If you're experiencing frequent nighttime urination, changes in urinary flow, or a feeling of incomplete bladder emptying, you're not alone. After the age of 50, many men experience prostate changes. This is common, and there are both medical and supportive nutritional approaches that may help. Here's what's happening inside your body. The prostate gland sits below your bladder, and as men age, it often undergoes changes in size. When this happens, it can affect urinary comfort and sleep quality. This is a natural part of aging for many men, though it can certainly impact daily life and energy levels. But here's what many men don't realize. Supporting your prostate health isn't just about comfort. It's about maintaining your overall quality of life, energy, and confidence. Various factors, including hormones and inflammation, can play a role in prostate changes. I want to be clear. What I'm sharing today is educational information to discuss with your health provider, not medical advice. These are natural options that some research suggests may offer supportive benefits as part of a comprehensive approach to men's health. Before we begin, drop a comment right now. What's your biggest concern about your prostate health? I personally read every single comment. All right, let's explore 5 natural options that may complement your wellness routine. Let's start with something beautifully simple. Number 5 is ground flaxseed. These are tiny, brown seeds that most men walk right past at the grocery store, never realizing that research suggests they contain beneficial compounds that may support prostate wellness as part of a healthy diet.
Flaxseed's secret lies in 2 key components. The first are compounds called lignans. In your body, lignans act a bit like filters, binding to excess hormones and helping your system eliminate what it doesn't need. That's important because hormones like DHT encourage the prostate to swell. When those levels stay balanced, your prostate stays calmer and smaller. The second component is omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats reduce inflammation throughout your body, including around the prostate. Add in the fiber, which supports blood sugar control and helps with weight management, and you've got a food that makes your whole internal environment steadier and less prone to problems. Let me give you a real example. Greg was 61 when he came to see me. His PSA, a blood test that measures prostate strain, had been creeping up little by little. His urologist had suggested watchful waiting, which basically meant do nothing for now. Greg didn't like that idea. He wanted to act, even in a small way. So he started adding 1 tablespoon of freshly ground flaxseed into his morning coffee, blending it for smoothness. Over the next few months, 2 changes stood out. He wasn't reaching for sugary snacks anymore, and he lost about 5 pounds without even trying. When he returned to my clinic, we saw that his PSA had stabilized. His doctor smiled and said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Here's how you use it." It's important to always use ground flaxseed because your body cannot break down the tough outer shell of whole seeds. You can buy it pre-ground or grind it yourself in a coffee grinder. Add about 1 tablespoon to your hot coffee and stir or blend it in. The taste is mild and nutty. And if your coffee thickens slightly, that's actually a good sign. It means the soluble fiber is working. No added sugar, very few calories, and a big payoff for your prostate, your waistline, and your long-term vitality. Now, while flaxseed works through hormone balance and inflammation control, our next powder takes a more direct, targeted approach to blocking the very hormone that makes your prostate grow. Number 4 brings us to something you might normally think of at Halloween, but across Europe, pumpkin seeds have been one of the most respected natural prostate remedies for decades. When you blend them into your morning coffee, you're not making some seasonal drink. You're turning it into a quiet daily active therapy for your prostate. Pumpkin seeds work in several smart ways. First, They contain phytosterols, plant compounds that naturally interfere with DHT. One in particular, beta-cytosterol, has been shown in studies to improve urinary flow and reduce prostate enlargement. Then there's zinc. Your prostate holds more zinc than almost any other organ in your body, and there's a reason for that. Zinc is essential for tissue repair, hormone balance, and keeping inflammation in check. Add magnesium and powerful antioxidants into the mix, and you've got comprehensive support that extends beyond the prostate to your bladder and entire urinary system. The result is smoother urine flow, less stop-and-start frustration, and fewer late-night bathroom interruptions. One of my patients, George, 64, had been waking up 3 or 4 times a night because of his swollen prostate. He was tired, drained, and dreading the idea of adding more pills to his routine. A friend mentioned that in parts of Europe, men have long relied on pumpkin seeds for urinary comfort. Skeptical but hopeful, George began blending a heaping tablespoon of ground pumpkin seeds into his morning coffee, adding a splash of almond milk for texture. Within weeks, his nightly bathroom trips dropped to 1, and sometimes none at all. His flow felt stronger, and his next checkup showed his prostate was slightly smaller. His doctor even noted that his symptom score had improved significantly. Clinical trials back this experience up. Researchers have found that long-term pumpkin seed use eases prostate symptoms and improves flow rates on par with certain medications without the side effects. You can use pumpkin seeds in 2 simple ways. The first is to grind raw, unsalted seeds into a fine powder and stir about 1 tablespoon into your hot coffee. It gives a nutty, toasty flavor and adds a gentle richness. The second option is to use pumpkin seed oil. Stir in 1 to 2 teaspoons of cold-pressed oil into your cup, and it creates a smooth, silky drink. If you already make bulletproof coffee with butter or MCT oil, consider swapping part of that fat for pumpkin seed oil. It's a smarter upgrade. Real food with protein, healthy fats, and minerals instead of artificial creamers that quietly harm your health. Pumpkin seeds remind us that prostate problems aren't an unchangeable fate. Your body listens to what you feed it. 1 scoop in your coffee won't change everything overnight, but over time it can mean fewer restless nights and more control during the day. So far, we've covered seeds that work through hormones and minerals. But our number 3 powder operates on an entirely different level, tapping into your immune system's ability to protect and heal. Number 3 is Reishi Mushroom. You've probably heard of mushroom coffee as a trendy wellness drink, but what most people don't realize is that Reishi's benefits go much deeper than hype. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's known as lingji, which translates to the mushroom of immortality. It's been used for over 2,000 years as a tonic to help people stay strong and live longer. These days, modern science is beginning to understand why. Reishi's remarkable power lies in its bioactive compounds, particularly triterpenes and beta-glucans. These natural molecules work on several fronts at once. Triterpenes gently slow the production of DHT, the hormone we know encourages prostate growth. Beta-glucans powerfully calm inflammation and help train your immune system to respond more intelligently, reducing irritation in the urinary tract. Promising early research also suggests that Reishi may help abnormal cells self-destruct through a process called apoptosis, offering a layer of long-term cellular protection that few natural ingredients can match. I remember Victor, a 70-year-old patient of mine who had been struggling with mild prostate enlargement. His medication worked, but it left him feeling dizzy and drained of energy. He wanted another way. I told him about Reishi coffee. Skeptical but open-minded, Victor started stirring 1 teaspoon of high-quality Reishi powder into his morning black coffee. After a few weeks, he noticed that his energy stayed steady throughout the day without the mid-afternoon crash he'd been experiencing. By the 3rd month, he was waking up just once at night instead of 3 times. His flow had improved, and that 1 nightly trip no longer felt urgent or uncomfortable. When he came back for his checkup, his PSA number had dipped a little, and his prostate exam looked stable. Even his previous doctor, who had initially dismissed mushrooms as nonsense, said, "Whatever you're doing, it's working." For the best results, Look for a reputable Reishi mushroom powder or Ganoderma lucidum extract. Stir about half to 1 teaspoon into your hot coffee. The heat helps it dissolve and blend smoothly. The earthy taste actually softens the bitterness of coffee in a pleasant way. Add a splash of milk or a pinch of cinnamon if you prefer. At this amount, Reishi acts like a quiet maintenance crew inside your body, helping manage hormone balance, reduce inflammation, and support the immune defenses that keep your prostate healthy over the long term. By now, your morning coffee has evolved far beyond caffeine. We've turned it into a layered prostate support system with seeds that balance hormones and mushrooms that strengthen immune defenses. But we're not done yet. Number 2 is something that ancient traditions called the seed of blessing, and modern science is finally proving why. Number 2 on our list is black seed, also known as Nigella sativa or black cumin. For centuries in Middle Eastern and Asian traditions, it's been known as the seed of blessing. Today, I'd call it the seed of protection. It's not exotic or mystical. It's simply an old remedy that modern science is beginning to confirm with solid research. The power of black seed comes from a potent compound within it called thymoquinone, along with a powerful mix of antioxidants. These compounds help your body by taking direct aim at the two primary drivers of prostate issues. First, they act as natural DHT blockers. Black seed inhibits the 5-alpha reductase enzyme, the very enzyme that creates DHT from testosterone, helping to slow prostate growth. Second, its antioxidants help protect prostate cells from damage and irritation, keeping the tissue calmer and healthier over time. One of my patients, Sam, who's 57, comes to mind. He's an engineer who liked data, not folk remedies. He'd been dealing with that frustrating cycle of needing to pee again right after going, waking up at night, and always feeling a dull pressure down low. On his grandson's suggestion, he started adding a small pinch, about 1/8 of a teaspoon, of black seed powder to his morning coffee. He balanced the slightly bitter taste with a dash of cinnamon. After a few weeks, he noticed that he wasn't making as many mid-morning bathroom trips. Within 2 months, most nights he slept straight through without interruption. The heaviness eased, and he said it felt like his bladder finally relaxed. Later, when he read about black seed's research showing lower DHT levels and reduced prostate weight in studies, he smiled and said, "Looks like the science finally caught up with my coffee." Because its flavor is distinctively herbal and peppery, I suggest you start with a very small amount. A mere pinch stirred into your coffee is enough. The flavor has a light herbal, peppery note that pairs well with strong coffee, or you can mix it with a little honey before adding it to your cup. It's been used safely for centuries as both a spice and a medicinal tonic. The key is consistency. Give it a few weeks of daily use, and many men begin to feel less pressure, fewer night awakenings, and a calmer, steadier flow. Now, everything we've covered so far is powerful. Flaxseed for hormone balance. Pumpkin seeds for targeted DHT blocking and mineral support. Reishi for immune strength. Black seed for cellular protection. But number 1, this is where we get to pharmaceutical-level results. This is the combination backed by head-to-head clinical studies against prescription drugs. Stay with me because this golden duo could be the most important thing you learn today. Here it is. Number 1, the combination of saw palmetto and stinging nettle root. This is the golden duo, gentlemen. The clinical research behind this pairing is so strong that it demonstrates results comparable to pharmaceutical options used for enlarged prostates. This is the ultimate transformation of your coffee into potent, proactive prostate medicine. They work together like a dedicated tag team, and here's how. Saw palmetto acts first by blocking the 5-alpha reductase enzyme. This is the same enzyme that converts testosterone into DHT. By blocking this conversion, saw palmetto effectively starves the prostate of the primary hormonal signal that tells it to grow. Then stinging nettle root steps in right after. It makes it much harder for the remaining DHT to bind to receptors inside the prostate tissue, which means even the leftover hormone can't shout as loudly. Nettle also helps keep hormone balance steady by easing mild estrogen buildup and reducing irritation in the tissue. Together, saw palmetto and nettle work as a cleanup crew. Saw palmetto limits the fuel, and nettle calms the sparks. But this combination also tackles inflammation, which is often the hidden driver behind the worst prostate symptoms. That burning sensation, the dribbling, the constant need to rush to the bathroom. Nettle helps in this area by gently supporting the urinary tract and helping you empty your bladder more completely. Saw palmetto adds another layer by soothing the irritated tissue itself. When inflammation cools down, urgency fades, and your body starts to regain control. It's not only about reducing size. It's about restoring calm where chaos used to be. Let me share Frank's story with you. He's 68, and he had hit his breaking point. 5 bathroom trips every single night. Always scanning public places for the nearest restroom. He was tired of strong medications that left him dizzy and weak. A friend suggested he try saw palmetto with nettle. Frank found a good powdered blend and began stirring 1 teaspoon into his morning coffee with a little almond milk. Within a few weeks, he noticed he was only getting up twice a night. By the 3rd month, he often slept straight through until morning. During the day, he felt less pressure, more control, and he even noticed a quiet return of energy and intimacy that he thought was gone forever. At his follow-up appointment, his doctor noted a measurable drop in leftover bladder volume and a small decrease in his prostate size. His symptom score had improved by nearly 40%. Those are results similar to what we see with common prescription drugs. What Frank experienced reflects what the research shows. Clinical studies have compared saw palmetto and nettle combinations directly to standard BPH medications like finasteride and tamsulosin. For many men, they produced similar improvements. Better flow rates, fewer nighttime interruptions, greater comfort, and here's the key, without draining energy or libido. That's why this pair earns the top spot. It targets both the hormone triggers and the inflammation that fuel prostate problems, and it does so in a way that men tolerate easily. To use this duo, look for a high-quality blend that combines saw palmetto extract with stinging nettle root. Most come in capsule form, which you can take alongside your morning coffee for better absorption. If you prefer powder, stir about 1 teaspoon, usually about 300 to 500 milligrams of each extract, into your cup. The taste is mild and earthy, easily masked with milk or a dash of spice. But here's the real secret: consistency. Give it 8 to 12 weeks, just like Frank did. You're not chasing a quick fix. You're letting your body rebalance hormones and heal inflammation one day at a time. This golden duo offers profound proof that you have more control over your health than you might think. By targeting the root causes of prostate enlargement, this simple daily habit can help you maintain your comfort, your independence, and your quality of life for years to come. What these 5 additions prove is that your coffee doesn't need to be an empty habit. It can be a powerful, customizable foundation for better health. Each ingredient offers a different layer of support, and here's the important part: you don't have to use them all at once. Choose 1 or 2 that feel right for you and make them part of your daily rhythm. That's how real change begins. Simple, steady habits that fit naturally into your life and compound over time. So how do you actually get started? First, pick 1 or 2 powders based on your specific needs and comfort level. If you want to start simple and build hormone balance, begin with flaxseed or pumpkin seeds. If you're looking for immune support and cellular protection, try Reishi. If you want the most powerful research-backed option, go straight for the saw palmetto and nettle combination. Start with small amounts and increase gradually as your body adjusts. Consistency matters far more than quantity. It's better to take a smaller dose every single day than a large dose. Sporadically. Use hot coffee because the heat helps powders dissolve and blend smoothly. If texture is an issue, use a small blender or milk frother to create a smoother consistency. Add cinnamon, a touch of honey, or a splash of milk to improve the taste if needed. And please, look for high-quality, organic sources when possible. Quality matters when you're asking these compounds to support your health. You can find most of these at health food stores, well-stocked grocery stores, or through reputable online retailers. For saw palmetto and nettle, look for standardized extracts that list the actual milligram content on the label. You can also combine strategies. Flaxseed and pumpkin seeds work beautifully together for hormone support. You can add Reishi to your saw Palmetto and Nettle routine for an extra layer of immune protection. Listen to your body and adjust as you go. Now, before you rush to your kitchen, I need to give you some important safety information. What I've shared today is not a replacement for medical diagnosis or treatment. If you have severe symptoms like complete urinary blockage, blood in your urine, or significant pain, you need to see a urologist immediately. Do not try to self-treat serious conditions. Always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen, especially if you're currently taking medications. Some of these powders can interact with blood thinners like warfarin. They may affect blood pressure medications. If you have hormone-sensitive conditions or a history of prostate cancer, you absolutely must consult with your physician first. Quality matters tremendously. Choose reputable brands that ideally have third-party testing. Avoid cheap, low-quality powders that may be contaminated or ineffective. Start slowly to test your tolerance. Some men experience mild digestive upset when they first introduce these powders. If that happens, reduce the amount and build up gradually. And watch for red flags. If you see blood in your urine, experience severe pain, have a complete blockage, or notice your PSA rising rapidly, those require immediate medical attention. These powders are tools for support and maintenance, not emergency interventions. Let me set realistic expectations about what to expect and when. In the first 1 to 2 weeks, you'll likely notice subtle changes. Slightly better sleep quality, reduced daytime urgency, maybe a bit more energy. These are early signs that your body is responding. By weeks 3 to 6, improvements become more noticeable. You'll probably experience fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Your stream will feel stronger and steadier. That constant pressure sensation will start to ease. Many of my patients tell me this is when they start feeling hopeful again. Between weeks 8 and 12, you should see significant, measurable results. Your prostate size may decrease on examination. Symptom scores improve dramatically. Energy and vitality return. Your confidence gets restored. This is when men often tell me they feel like themselves again. If this information felt valuable to you, I would be so grateful if you gave this video a like and shared it with a friend, a brother, a father, or anyone who could benefit from this knowledge. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss our evidence-based guides for taking control of your health after 50. This is Dr. Lila Romano, and I will see you in the next video.